Silent Sookie. Can't tell me.
There it goes.
Silent. And she's still Sookie. I'm never riding. That's Devin down the bottom and
Yep.
in the middle.
Viper.
Silent Sookie. And we are live. I got people popping up. Hey. Yep, it's official. Welcome to the ESk8 UK live show, guys. Y'all know me, never riding. Y'all know Devin. Y'all know Silent Sookie, who's silent but still Sookie. And if you're looking at what we're looking at, you might be feeling a little psycho because it's the innards of a board, but it is a psycho innard of a board. What's that thing called again, Dev?
It's basically the Psycho Tiller, but a lot lighter.
But a lot lighter. That's 1775 series aluminum you're looking at. And
all aluminum frame, all CNC'd.
That's a
swing arm suspension. It's meant for duality trucks and big cart tires. Fits 20S 5P and two G300s from Maker X. So Maker X took their one G300 and put the circuit boards next to each other and made them one unit. So it's a dual ESC for the G300. And you could fit two of those in here, along with 20S 5P.
So two in the front, two in the rear?
Mm-hmm.
That's four, technically?
Yes, technically, yeah. One for each motor.
A pretty thing.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. It's being developed by Bence. I'm going to butcher his last name. Bence Vistra? It's VISZTRA. But he holds the first place spot for the fastest T-lace lap at 12.43 seconds. And he's developing this chassis for racing. Me and him are going to be testing it in the next 5 or 6 weeks ish to see what it's really made of. But yeah, it's kind of like a Stooge chassis. It's all aluminum.
Okay.
But there won't be a wooden deck on top either. It'll be those foot pads.
So those foot pads, you don't need grip tape for that, or?
I'm not sure if we're going that route yet. We could put spikes on it, yeah, to do grip tapeless if we wanted to, but those spikes would be kind of aggressive, I'm sure, and they might. Which you're not going to be carrying around this very much, but if you were, those spikes might hurt a little.
Right.
But I mean, there's race boards that guys have put screws through the bottom to stick out the top for their toes to grip onto and stuff, so it's not outlandish.
Yeah. Yeah, I was exploring some M5s. I was exploring some options with M5 bolts last summer, right before the winter came.
Yeah, I would just get a rear binding, honestly. That's my favorite view of it right there. That much.
Yeah. I just went snowboarding a couple of times, and bindings, boy, I tell you. You know, speaking of bindings, that bindings episode that I did with you and Titus in Vegas 2 years ago, that's one of my highest viewed videos. People are really interested in bindings.
Yeah, I think I personally run a front for everyday riding because I ride fast. So if there's for any reason the front end of the board comes up off of the ground and goes back down, my foot doesn't end up anywhere else other than right where it needs to be. What's up?
Hey, Red.
But yeah, I just run a front. That and wheelies. Wheelies are fun.
Yeah.
Wheelies are real fun. And you need a binding for wheelies, so
you get a double stack of batteries in there, huh?
Yeah, they're fit a monster battery in there. I'm probably going to be putting E50PL cells in it, or the RS50, the Reliance 50. It'll fit 20S 5P and 4-wheel drive like easily with extra space.
You Do you think it would be wise to also have like a race battery, something that's a little lighter and smaller, not so heavy?
With the amount of power that we can push now with ESCs that are coming out, no, because the weight of you're not really going to feel the weight of the board, especially with different truck types that we have now that are just making the sport a lot better. Like dualities, for example, they're just super stable, and with the floating kingpin design, it isolates the bushing from any rider weight, so you don't feel the weight of the board either. Just like you don't feel your own weight, it just carves when you want it to carve.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then as far as power output, like we're not really feeling any drawbacks from going to the big uh, or go kart tires. So I don't think we're really gonna feel any drawbacks from a little bit more board weight either.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because those go kart tires are no slouch on the weight. They're heavy as hell, almost 10 pounds a piece
Wow.
for the wheel and tire. So yeah,
I had the opportunity to take apart the duality truck, and it was amazing
interesting,
because
isn't it?
yeah, I knew in my heart that there had to be an empty space in there, and when I saw it, I was like, "There's the magic right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing less is
Yeah, I
more."
have. I'll just pull it up on my phone real quick. I have. It's a video of me sliding the kingpin.
Okay.
But just that 8-10 millimeters of back and forth on the kingpin gives you an extra 15 degrees of deck angle that you don't get from any other truck on the market. They're just good. They're just real good. It's
Yeah.
hard to find me riding anything else.
I'm impressed with those trucks. Like I said, that was I really wanted to put a set of those on a Tommy Boy deck. Uh, Once I get some extra money, I'm definitely going to make that happen
Do
because
it.
I'm still in love with that Odessa deck.
Oh that Odashi.
The dots, yeah,
Yeah, I love that deck. It's real nice. I like Tommy Boy decks. He does a really good job with his decks. A little bit higher on the price point, but they're
yeah,
basically indestructible.
yeah. It's
I
worth it at
have
the end of the
I
day.
have one of his decks that was in a car crash and it's still mint.
Mm,
It's over there leaning on the wall. It's just outside of camera views, so you can't see it.
okay. What's the smallest smallest tire size you think you could fit on that Psycho board, that Psycho deck?
Uh, Probably maybe sevens on a track, eights for everyday stuff, and eights are probably still going to be kind of low.
Okay.
Like my everyday board that I ride Electra is on 8-inch tires, and it's already really low as is for everyday riding with the battery underneath.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's optimized and geared toward getting as much ground clearance as possible without compromising deck/truck geometry.
Right. Yeah.
But with the cart tires, I should be able to ride it on the street because with the cart tires, you just get so much ground clearance. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that build. Can't wait to see you with it in your hands.
Yeah, I can't wait to put my feet on it. It's gonna. I'll get the chassis a lot quicker than I'll be able to build it out. Yo, what up,
Ape?
eight?
What up, Ape?
H
Great
gate.
Apescape. I could you said it faster than I could.
All right, on to what events? Talk
Events,
about
man.
Heartland and Full Sand. Teflon's still doing some stuff. There's some other smaller events, like I might, if I can get my financial situation fingered out, I might talk to Mooney about renting one of the go. I keep saying golf cart, go kart tracks here in Utah. James Titus is doing that up in Washington. He's going to rent out maybe twice this summer. He's going to rent out the go kart track that he rented out last year and do a little race thing out there.
I,
I
I
don't
just got
know if they're going to try to make it longer than one day this year or not. I hope they do, at least for one of them. Like if the first one is pretty successful, doing more than one day for the second one of the year, that would be
right.
kind of cool. But it is, basically just James doing all the organization and everything. So
I just got back from Cali at the Apex Speedway, and that was a fun track to race
yeah, I was
on.
about to say, how was that? I was looking at some of the videos from that, and it looked pretty sick.
We were out there about 5 or 6 deep, and all dragons, and Tori was doing her thing. I was doing my thing. Anthony was doing his thing with a broken hand. Anthony Silva's riding around with a broken hand. I got a
Dexter.
I got a $3,000 camera in my hand. So we're both doing our best not to go fast.
There it goes.
Yeah, yeah. But we're so competitive. We're still
Oh
hitting.
yeah, yeah. You're
We're,
still still going fast.
yeah, we're still going fast. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to take your picture. Let me take your picture. And he's like, yeah, catch up.
Yeah, me and Mooney struggle with that when we go on group rides. We always end up leaving a couple people behind for a minute and then having to slow up and stop and wait for them to catch up for a second. So they don't feel like they're doing a solo ride behind the pack
Right.
because me and him are just so fast. Matter of fact, we took off from the group ride the other day after everybody else left, and we got almost to where we were going, and he slowed down and was talking to me. He was like, "Man, it's nice having another racer behind me. I don't have to keep looking back and checking if you're still there because you're just there."
Yeah, totally. But now you said something really interesting the other day. You mean like a couple of months ago when you had nice weather,
Yeah,
or
like a
where
week and
you
a
at?
half ago,
It's
like last Sunday,
a week and a half ago.
not even a week.
It was 11 degrees below zero here.
Yeah, no, we've this snow that we got right now is our first snowstorm of the winter.
Lucky guy, you lucky guy.
Yeah, this winter you should have seen the last two. I
Look,
was lifting to work every other day.
I got 5 boards, and they're all in California waiting for me because it doesn't even make sense for me to bring them home.
Yeah, no,
So
I rode home in a blizzard the other day. When I started coming home, it was not a blizzard. About halfway, it was a blizzard. I couldn't see 3 blocks in front of me, and it was hell.
did that brief moment when the flurries is just blowing across the ground like sand. That's the
Oh yeah,
prettiest.
oh
That
yeah.
is the prettiest. And then you realize, shit, I'm losing traction.
Yep, yep. So is everybody else on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going 24 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, and nobody was passing me because of the conditions.
yeah, yeah. This weather is freaking crazy, man.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere too yesterday. It was absolutely insane. Or day before yesterday, I should say.
Glad you made it home safe.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We
Trust me.
get it, man.
Me and Nev just get a little sidetracked sometimes.
Yeah,
But
so,
yeah, the CST trucks, the
that's awesome.
Canard spherical trucks from Stooge. It's the
It's
newest iteration of his 3-link trucks. Apparently,
AKA
it
home
removes.
special.
Yep, yep. Home Depot special, according to some of my friends.
Yeah, I was
But
looking at it. They
according
look
to
amazing. Of
yeah, they
the hanger in the front where you can change the angle of them.
yeah, it's seconds. You can change the angle.
Yeah, that's
It's
sweet.
almost instant. It takes a couple wrenches.
And it's
That's
infinite.
really cool. It
It
yeah,
it's it's not like 1, 2, 3 or four, position 4.
you
You
can get half angles if you wanted to.
right, right. That part is sweet.
Yeah,
That is really sweet.
I'm I'm semi worried for if that bolt ever comes loose while you're riding because
Okay.
nylock bolts or nylock nuts do fail occasionally.
Yeah.
Um, and I wonder what happens, like what happens to the truck and what happens to how it feels if that does get loose and your angle all of a sudden changes while you're riding. I
Yep.
imagine it can't feel great. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Uh,
Right.
Another cool thing about it is you can mount the trucks without any changes to the trucks themselves. You can put them on a flat deck, an angled deck, or an angled deck up to 35 degrees, so they can go on a flat deck or a mountain board deck just straight out of the box. Doesn't matter.
Now that part I find incredible, but you know how they say people lie, but numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're dealing with, and I get it that the trucks can do that, but what's the feedback? Well,
Yeah,
when you're
how does it change the feel?
yeah, because if you like I was messing around with an Anthra, one of the that big board that they got, and the angle of the trucks was not giving me the carve that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that going from flat to angled decks definitely changes the
Oh,
feel
Ape
of the
has a set of CSTs.
that again.
That's you're probably like. There's the comment.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Ape, tell us what's it like, and we'll wait for your response. Have you put it on different angled decks, and do you feel a difference, a range of motion, a difference in feel, the responsiveness? Does it feel like you're riding on it instead of in it, or under it instead of on it? Because those are like pretty much the three positions of above the axis, on the axis, or under the axis.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what do you someone
Yeah.
who's
What are
against
your
it,
initial
what do you
thoughts? Because yeah,
somebody
there's not very many
speak
people.
on her live.
There's not very many people that have actually tried them and put their feedback out there thus
Yeah,
far.
type faster, Eight. We're running out of time. I know he's like, I'm trying. Wait, and then it felt like, oh shoot, correction.
Yeah, I think they'll change the race scene quite a bit, especially because you can change angles so easily.
Hmm.
It just takes a couple of seconds. You hop off the track real quick. You're still by the time you change the angle and get back on the track, you haven't cooled down at all. Like you still feel ready to hit the track.
It feels
Okay.
mechanical, and by that I mean it takes away work you have to do. Hmm.
It sounds like it honestly feels like duality trucks, more or less, without the extra. Okay. Is there a difference between big tire and small tire on those trucks? Like, is there a difference in feel and actual carvability, or do they handle the big tires as well as the internet says they do?
We got to ask him yes or no questions so he doesn't
I
have to.
know. Huh? Gonna run out of space off the side of the screen over here.
I know he's about to be
You'll just see the rest of his comment pop up over here on my computer, just on the side.
right. I got a single cell phone screen. I'm looking at you on this.
Yeah, I at least have a monitor and stuff. I've got a little bit more real estate.
Yeah, let me know if he comes over to your second
Feel
monitor.
the height, some more leverage and turns. Okay, okay, that's gonna be. Sorry, my alarm. That's gonna be interesting for me to feel on that chassis that Benz is developing. The same 3-link natural center. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it seems like he's made a big improvement to his existing 3-link design
Okay.
with this. It seems like it's an overall better improvement. I kind of see that because of the hanger being bearing mounted, because it takes away, like Mo said in the video, it takes away any of the slop. There's no other pivoting or any other. It isolates the hanger to one specific axis of motion,
Right.
which dualities are that way as well because of the dual pivot cup. It isolates rider weight and road conditions from the bushings, so there's no compressing of the bushing or anything.
Right.
So duality do the same thing,
Yeah.
more refined 3-link, and adjustability is going to be between heat types. Yeah,
Yeah.
different swaps, angle adjustments. Yep.
You mentioned
Yeah,
it
that was one of the other things. Is Mo said it's a lot easier to change bushings now because before you would have to take all of the attachments and spin them off the spindle,
right.
where now they just slide off the ends because he's got an actual hanger developed with a keyway in it. I'm surprised he didn't do that hanger thing sooner, to be honest.
Yeah,
Developing an actual hanger instead of using threaded rod.
right, right. But you learn. I mean, he came from a car
Yep,
technology,
car
so
background. Yeah.
yeah, it made sense one way until it didn't. And that's the thing with these skateboards. We are now doing things, and for the last few years, but we're doing things that traditional skateboard technology was not meant to do. Anthony
Hmm.
Silva said it best. You can see that in my video. But we are doing traditional skateboards is not meant to do. We need new technology. We need new ways to handle the speed,
Agreed.
turns, the weight. Um,
I want to see an ESk8 engineered steering damper that can easily mount on the majority of boards.
I've been talking with Propel, and I'll just put it out there for at least 3 years. Yo, what's up, Fred?
Nice. First group ride of 2026 tomorrow for you? Hell yeah.
You lucky guy. Where at? Because you're in the same weather that I'm at, Fred. So where are you?
This
That you
still
got?
feel like you're
And
standing
man,
on
it's supposed to be a snowstorm coming. So
it.
on to that, bro. But
Going to Eight's comment, I kind of disagree, but I ride. I don't know if you've ridden flat deck dualities or mountain board dualities, but I ride mountain board duality, and I don't. It doesn't feel like I'm standing on a regular skateboard, like you're saying. Um, it it feels like I'm standing on a snowboard. Honestly, it feels like I'm in the car, not standing on top of it. 45 degrees for the group ride. That's not terrible. That's good board weather.
yeah.
But for
Mm.
me personally, I don't feel like you're standing on top of the. It doesn't feel to me like I'm standing on a regular truck. But I also don't know how much experience you have with dualities. I've got 5,000 plus miles on mine, and I've tried a bunch of different bushing combinations and stuff. I
Uh,
have 93A crank in the front, and then two different durometers of APS in the back.
Side note, Fred, it's going to be 45 degrees at 1 o'clock. Soon as 2 o'clock hits, it's going to be 40, and by the time 3 o'clock hits, it's going to be 30. Coming right off the Hudson River, and I know you know the Hudson River. That weather is
Cold.
going to change fast. It's going to be a sweet ride for about 45 minutes, and that's it. So get it in while you can. I applaud you, brother. I definitely applaud you. Can't wait to see the footage. But yeah, that Hudson Hawk. We call it the Hudson Hawk for a reason. That thing comes down. I want a thin enclosure that makes up the entire bottom PC software, not a chunky battery box, separate chunky ESC box, and PC solid. Yeah, yeah,
I think you're not alone in
yeah.
that. I think that second one you did, Suki, was looked cleaner. That second stuff, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that looks good.
A thin
Makes it
enclosure.
easier to read. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would like a thin enclosure for boosted style boards that is capable of housing flexible battery packs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a dress warm, bro. Yeah, you've been testing and filming. I see you with your skateboard.
And 19 degrees.
Yeah, and half the board was in the snow. I was glad when you ran off. I was glad you didn't hit some ice on your running because, you know,
Oof, that would suck. Go to run off a bale and hit some ice and just slip out from underneath you. That would
yeah,
suck so bad.
I'm, yeah, I'm thinking about putting a fishing line on one of my boards and sending it on the Kelly Drive on the ice just for some cool footage. You
I've
know.
done that a little bit with this snowstorm on my way home. I was doing a little bit of drifting and stuff with the in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
but it's super easy with those type of conditions because we
Yeah.
haven't had any snow, so there's no salt on the roads at all, no de-icer or anything.
Oh
So as
wow.
soon as the snow started coming down, I just stuck straight to the floor, and then all of a sudden you ain't got zero traction. I barely touched the throttle, and I was spinning out.
Yeah.
But that's on Nova tires they've already got probably 700, 800 miles on them, so
Oh
they're not new anymore.
yeah. I got the Endurance 1.0 and Endurance 2.0. Both of them are sitting on 125 mads. I rock my 2.0 all the time, so those wheels were broken in. Why did I get on my 1.0 and forget that?
But
Yeah, those tires were
yeah,
broken in. Dude, I almost killed myself because
that's how I feel with my Mad Wheels. I haven't put enough miles on them yet to actually get into the grip.
right, right.
I've
Yeah,
got maybe 150 miles on this board at most, and that's not enough.
yeah. I'm touching them now. The 1.0 wheels is so smooth. They still not broken in.
Mm-hmm.
But my my 2.0, I'm 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 hitting 40-mile trips almost every time I get on that thing.
Oh, I can't wait to have a board with that much freaking range. We'll go all over Salt Lake.
You see the new 2.0 plus plus deck? Speaking of
Yeah,
endurance and all.
yeah,
Yeah,
that different shaped one
yeah. I'm
that
trying
they're
to
selling with the mad 3-link trucks on it.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna grab one or not. It's like really no need almost.
I mean, with how many boards you have, I would go to building one at this point.
Um, like I
Get that,
said,
feel that real Vesk power.
all my boards is Vesk. I mean, I got the 2.0. Well, no, not all. I'm sorry, that's a lie. My 2.0, my
Oh,
1.0. That's
your inboards boards are
yeah.
Vesk.
And then everybody else. It's like I got too many boards. I've been getting rid of them, and like I said, I just got five more. So I'm I have a problem. I'm just never riding. I got to come up with that
See, I
skill.
have a problem too. I still haven't fully paid for Electra, and I'm trying to test boards for Propel and help Bents test this chassis and stuff. And I'm like, I need money, and I need it now.
Yeah, right. Oh man, that's a whole movie right there. That is a
Yep,
whole
a whole
movie.
different beast, can of worms.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I think regardless of, sorry, this is complete. I'm thinking about other shit in my brain while we're having this conversation. I think regardless of ESk8 getting canceled this year, I
yeah,
think there's still a lot to look forward to as far as events,
yeah,
and especially as far as like vendor releases. Just because you can't go to ESk8 and see what the vendors are releasing firsthand and ride it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be hype about it, because Propel is not only releasing their first ever race board, and it's specifically geared toward racing. They're also releasing their fourth iteration of the Endeavor series, so it's only going to get better. It's Propel.
yeah.
They listen to the community and they do what we ask them to do. Like
Yep.
we were talking about issues with their ESCs, they updated that. We were talking about issues with this or that, and they updated that. They were like, we need some lights. They got the best lights ever on a stock board on their uh, what is it, the X4R.
Yeah,
Though that headlight
yeah.
cluster thing, yeah. And then they came out with that Palm remote too, that ambidextrous, the only production board remote that's ambidextrous.
Hmm. Yeah, propel for the win.
And it's got a hall sensor in it. It's not a potentiometer, so it's not going to fail on you after a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, like every other potentiometer does. I know I have a hall sensor in my VX4 because my potentiometer died.
Right. Yo,
But
you
there's
see,
there's still a lot to be hype about for sure.
speaking of controllers, you see that Allen, that pistol grip Allen made?
Oh yeah, the 3D printed housing for the puck with
Yeah,
the different style triggers and stuff.
yeah,
One, two, or three fingers. That's pretty cool.
that is sick.
So, I don't know if I don't know. I've never really been a fan of the puck. It'd be cool to try a trigger remote like that. That's still like Vesk based. current control instead of duty cycle control, because the only trigger remote that I've tried on an ESk8 was on RC Cartech Super Spine, so it was true duty cycle control instead of current control. So it's completely different throttle response.
Yep.
So that would be pretty cool to try that. I guess I did try it a little bit with Ashton's board because he has a trigger remote and it's current control, but I didn't even do a full lap on his board.
I've only ever used, the thumb wheel and the VX4 Pro, which is, it's a nub, but almost the same thing.
That's
and
why I love what I have on my VX4. It's the 3D Services Hall Sensor mod. So you see
right,
that big old nice nib to press your thumb against and grab onto.
right, yeah,
That's one of the downsides of the VX4 is the thumb wheel has never had a very pronounced spot for your thumb to go.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
the Pro's a little bigger, but yeah, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
Yeah, you're basically just on a textured wheel, textured circle.
Right,
I
right.
don't like that much. And it's soft. It's really soft to press it. Like I have to put intention behind my throttle to press it. It's got strong springs in it.
Oddly enough, I love the way the little diamond fits in your hand. That's ergonomically okay. I like that.
That's my favorite thing about the VX4 is how it fits in your hand. It just feels natural.
But again, like we were just saying, the little nub. I'm not a huge fan of the nub, and that's what I was. I didn't know I would get any more sensation from the puck. And it was circular, so I was like, I like the bat wing case of the puck. That helps a lot.
Yeah, it gives you better grip on it.
But now with Allen and his pistol grip, I'm like, what? Okay, I'm because I need a new remote for my 1.0. So I'm thinking because Tori ran in a grant at
look at the Z-Mode
at the Heartland. Tori ran in a grant and broke my VX, so I need a new remote. It was a very funny accident, but they both lived, they both survived. But it was a funny moment when Tori met Grant, at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah,
that's be there, but
you'll have to check out the Z-Mode. There's a bunch of different versions of the Z-Mode. There's a dual trigger version, so like a Evolve phase type remote. There's a single trigger version that Ashton uses, and there's a thumb wheel version. Okay. And you can get it to where it tracks VESC data and logs it and stuff. You can get it's the torch upgrade. He puts an LED strip inside the remote so it lights up around the edges and shit.
Okay.
It's a really good looking remote. I just haven't been able to pick one up and try it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But from what Ashton says, it's phenomenal. He's been using it for a long time.
Did we go over our
15 remote feels amazing on track.
We didn't go over.
It gives you a lot more stability. Didn't go over what?
Our 15 minutes, did we?
Oh yeah, we did. Live up there says 33 right now.
Oh, all right. Oops.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm the reason why we're supposed to be doing 15 minutes anyway. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, it gives you that extra stability, so you're not just like you can't, hit a bump or change arm position in a carve and accidentally, do this. You're locked into it, holding it wherever.
Oh, that's what I was about to say earlier. Damper. Thank you. Reminded me. I'm trying to. I've been talking to. Well, I shouldn't say it. It's something I've been talking to Propel about. But there's some electronics I'm trying to introduce, and needed to happen. So that's all I got. Again, it's one of those things we're not supposed to talk about.
Yep. We get a lot of those. One of the things I can talk about that I want to try to do, I haven't started talking to anybody about it yet, but I want to see if it's going to be really hard for me to convince them to do it because of how strict Radium is with their technology and whatnot. But I would really, really, really like it if Radium would release the RTS system, like sensor, and the firmware that drives it to the DIY market. I want to put it on that race chassis that me and Bence are developing. Because it just, if you haven't ridden a Mach 1 with the RTS system on it, it's it just feels incredible. The way it helps you carve around corners when you're applying throttle or braking is literally just game changing. It helps you achieve more truck angle just by applying throttle. You don't have to worry as much about getting to that extra lean. You can just give yourself a little bit of extra throttle and it'll help you get there.
Okay.
And I think it'll be beneficial with the big tires.
The main complaint from other riders, Windsor, to be specific, um, it's the power. Can the Radium still put out the power though? To hit those 40 miles an hour speeds.
I'm sure it can. It doesn't, maintaining speed doesn't take a lot of amperage or current or even power. Um, it's getting how fast you get to that speed
Okay.
has to be tuned to the rider. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense because there's a lot of guys that kind of dive into turns instead of progressively going
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. I'm the
Um,
same.
a lot of
I
guys that go up and then dive
right.
in.
Right. Yeah. I
So
pick up
yeah, I see that.
dot in.
But for some riders, I think it could be tuned. I know it can. You can change the parameters for how much current it takes away from one side and applies to the other. Yada yada.
Okay.
I saw Dylan doing that before they really explained what RTS was because I was
Okay.
drag racing him. But I think it would be more geared toward a specific style of riding, like the first version of riding that I said, the less divey into corners and more gradual
Yeah.
throwing it into the corner.
Yeah. That's
It would definitely probably be more geared toward that style of riding, less than the divey style of riding. But I definitely think there's some benefits to be had, and like I said, especially with the big cart tires, having that RTS system to help you turn that extra rotational mass and all that extra just mass would
mm-hmm.
most likely be beneficial to the majority of racers. I don't know. I think weird about things sometimes. I think about ESk8 entirely too much, so there's
Yeah.
that too.
Dude, I had a side note. I had the craziest dream last night that I came down the steps to go to work and all my boards were gone. And I
Oh,
and I, and it was so funny because in the dream I like literally went through every board. I was like, "Where's my pivot? Where's my endurance? Where's my miles board? Where's my phantom?" It was so real. And that's when I was like, "You know what? I'm working too hard.
yep.
I'm
You're doing too
dreaming
much.
about." Yeah, I'm like, "You know what? I just need a break from reality so I
Mm-hmm.
can just concentrate on Escape for a minute and yeah." So that's
Get
why
it
I
out
was
your
like, man,
system.
Fred said he's riding. I'm like, I want to ride Fred. Damn.
Yeah, I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning the other day thinking about that chassis that Bence was developing because I saw a post on Facebook and ended up messaging him, asking him if he'd be down to let me help him test it and prototype it out and stuff like that.
Right.
And I ended up staying up till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, even though I was dead tired because I was talking about that with Bence. My mind was just up, just focused on racing ESk8 and new developments and stuff.
Yeah.
But we should probably end it. It's getting close to 40 minutes.
Right.
It's supposed to be a shorter one today, and
Well,
I need to prepare myself to go to work because I am far from.
right.
Still groggy. Feels like I just woke up.
Hey, Silent Sookie, I sent you a picture and inboxed you the Allen Powell mod for the pistol grip point buck. If you got a second, can you throw that up just so people can see what we're so hype about?
Yeah, some people may not have
Yeah,
seen it.
I don't know if he's going to release that to the public or if he's just doing um one offs or what.
He's releasing it.
Okay, all right. Well, as we
It's
wrap
pretty
up,
cool.
oh, it's oh, okay, cool. Give her a sec. Cool bean. Um, and while we're giving her a sec and wrapping up, I just want to thank everybody who, and I'm just coming off the top here, everybody who's been to ESk8 for the last 4 or 5 years. Um, like Devin said earlier, there's other events that are happening. It's not like Eastgate racing is over. It's not like Eastgate is dead or anything. It's just our little annual pilgrimage to the Red Rock has hit a little hiccup. I'm still going. I don't know if I'm gonna go a whole week, but I'm definitely going for 3 or 4 days because uh, it's just a beautiful place to ride. There's still a couple of rides that I haven't done yet, so maybe now that I'm not concentrating on racing all day long, I'll actually be able to get out to that dam. There's some dams and there's some waterways, some what are those things called? Canals, like concrete canals
Hmm.
that that I still, after 5 years, 4 years of going, I still haven't made it to the canals, haven't made it to the dam, and there's a lot of beautiful places to ride. So yeah, I'm still going. I know I got a couple of friends that's still going, and shoot, we might even just throw down some cones and pull out a stopwatch and see who's got the fastest time. Maybe put down the T
T
track.
race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
T
or the grid. One or two.
and just T race all day, and chart those times. But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna still ride, and we're still gonna swing by M boards and say, "Yo, what up, Mike?" So
That's
it's
one
a
of the
very
coolest things. Just going to the inboard shop.
yeah, yeah, it is. It is. I'm printing and sending them out. One is already in the wild. Okay. All right. Cool. Yep. That is what's up.
It's a super neat mod for the puck.
Ah, there it is. Look at that thing. I,
Yeah, all
that
clear with the light up. That's kind of cool.
yeah. Like I'm really looking forward to that remote. That is my most desired remote I've ever seen. Like that thing looks like it's going, because here's the thing. There's so much input that you can put in when your fingers aren't slipping all around and
Hmm.
you got complete control.
Yeah, you change a lot with your ability to use fine motor control whenever you're using more than one finger. It's like whenever you take your hand like this and you like bending my pinky down, this finger
Right.
goes with it because it
Right.
wants to. It should go down there to support the pinky. It's the same basic principle. You only have a finite amount of fine motor control in one finger. You add two more fingers to that, and you get so much more.
Yep. So much more. And your fingers are locked in. They're not
Hmm.
on top of a nub. They're not moving around at all. They're locked into the rings.
Hmm.
So you you uh man, you'll feel every tendon now.
Hmm.
Every
Yeah,
tendon.
you can get every little tiniest percentage of throttle
Yep.
without slipping in one direction or another. That's one of my problems with weak springs and thumb throttles. It's super easy to slip in one direction or another, or have that little bit of shake in your thumb throttle.
Yeah, my thumb slides all over this. My
Yeah.
thumb slides all over that. And then if I got gloves on, which I always wear gloves,
Hmm. Makes
it
it even
makes
harder.
it even harder. So uh I hope those rings are big enough to fit some gloves, some fingers in,
You
or
can change the sizes pretty easy, I'm sure.
yeah,
It's just 3D printed.
right, right. Yeah, that's sweet. Go ahead, Alan. My God, look at you.
Yeah, and then all you would have to do, you could, yeah. I don't. I'm trying to figure out how you would. Yeah, you don't even have to change the direction invest tool that remote works. It just works like that.
Hmm.
Like how you would hold it in your hand to use your thumb. You're pulling it the same direction when it's a trigger.
Right. All of the programming that you have to do to a remote or to a vest, now your brain can simply do it with your finger.
Hmm.
It's such a natural,
Yeah, you don't have to worry about throttle curves as much either because
yeah.
you have more finite control over the throttle.
It's such a natural feel.
Yeah, and for gamers and people that play shooting games and shoot, period, this is a lot more natural of an action than pushing something up and down with your thumb is.
Now,
So they'll already have more a better handle on the finite control that it takes to do this rather than the
I'm in
other.
law enforcement, and I usually carry police issue Glock. So I'm gonna see if I can get Alan to print me up one with a Glock handle.
I mean, that's pretty close right there.
And it looks more like a 45.
Yeah,
Like a revolver.
yeah, bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, I I um I want I want to see what that feels like. And even there's it opens up so many different scenarios because again, not to make this all of a sudden a gun show, but the custom wrapping. I have if you're familiar with katana swords, ninja swords, they have a wrap around them to
Hmm.
prevent the sword from slipping out of your hand.
Hmm.
And so that's how I've got my Glock set up with a natural katana wrapping, and it's perfect. I mean, I wrapped that thing and rewrapped it about 6, 7, 8 times until I
To get
got
it
it
perfect how you wanted
perfectly
it.
sized exactly to my hand. And then there's a spine on the back of it of the way the paracord is is braided in there so that I know exactly where my sights are without ever looking at my sights.
Hmm.
Now, that's for shooting, so it probably would have zero effort. I mean zero effect on on a trigger. But yeah, uh I
That's kind
still
of
wouldn't
cool.
mind
Different grip materials.
wrapping it to personally fit my hand,
Hmm.
because I can palm a basketball pretty easily, but other people can't. You ever shake somebody's hand and you're like, geez, this guy's hand is tiny. Like, where,
Hmm.
so I know that that grip is going to be great. And I know that I can even adjust it another millimeter or two for my big hand with
Hmm.
some paracord. You take the paracord, you pull the guts out, you iron it so that it's completely flat, and then you got the perfect katana wrapping type of fabric. And it's I've taken it to a lot of different people, a lot of police officers, a lot of people that shoot, military people, and everybody has said, "Oh my God, that grip feels insane." So just custom for my hand, and it's an old motorcycle trick that a lot of the guys with the Harleys would do. They would take a bandana or tennis racket tape, and again wrap it and customize it to their specific hand, their grip. Because some people got fingers as big as thick as sausages, and then you got other people who got fingers as thick as as thin as a Sharpie magic marker. So, um, but having that platform of that pistol grip to work with,
Yeah,
and
it
is
opens
it's
up
just ridiculous. So I
the
can't
world
wait to get
of
my hands on
possibilities.
one. Alan, you know my address, and I'll see you in Willow Springs for the full send. So we'll talk more. Got a couple of months. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just ran another 15, 20 minutes. And
We did.
we do got a thing or two to do outside of Eastgate.
Yep.
We got to dream about
Gotta
Eastgate. We
attend to
got to
real life.
clean Eastgate and
Yeah,
all of
something's got to
that.
pay for
Your
pay
your
for
mic
these
dropped again,
wonderful
Dev.
things. Did it really?
Cannot hear you, but I'm reading lips. You said over there. I got a board I need to ride. All right, fine, ladies and gentlemen. He's Devin. I'm Never. That's Silent Sookie, and we love you all. Can't wait to see you at the next episode of the ESk8 UK live show. Thank you for your support. Thank you for loving ESk8. This is a niche inside of a niche inside of a niche. We are the people that like to talk about this niche. And thank you for listening, because we ain't done talking and we damn sure ain't done riding. I'm never riding. And that's Silent Sookie. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. God bless. Keep riding. Keep the shiny side up. Keep your feet on the maple.